Hi, I'm Amy for the Floor Trader Outlet. We know that many of you want to save money on flooring. That's why you count on us. But you can save even more money with a DIY installation. Today we have Robert Varden, Certified Master Installer, and he's going to give you some professional tips on how you can install porcelain or ceramic tile yourself.
Thank you, Amy. You know, installing tile is not really as difficult as you may think. I'm going to teach you some of the steps with this beautiful tile floor from Emser. First, let's go over some basics. Whether you're installing over a subfloor or a concrete slab, you'll want to make sure that that area is fully prepped before you start your installation. Talk with your Floor Trader Outlet sales associate. They can certainly advise you on how to prep that specific area. In most cases, you want your tile installation to begin in the center of the room. This will give you the best appearance. You'll have full tiles in the center, and the cut tiles will be around the edges. Using a measuring tape to find the center, mark it and then snap a chalk line. This will help you keep the rows of your tiles straight and square. There are many patterns you can use when laying a tile floor. Because we're using 12 by 24 tiles today, we're going to stagger the tiles with what some guys might call a brick lay pattern. It's a good idea too to pull tiles from several different cartons as you install. This will improve the overall appearance in case there are slight variations in color. You'll need a thin set mortar to adhere your tiles to the floor. Follow the manufacturer's instructions on mixing, but know that you're looking for basically a consistency that is similar to peanut butter. Starting in the center of the room, use your trowel to spread the thin set onto the floor. You're not going to cover the entire floor. Just work within a manageable area. I'd recommend spreading enough thin set down for approximately 3 to 4 tiles at a time. Using the reference lines, lay the tile down and press lightly, twisting it into the thin set to make sure it makes full contact. Between each tile you lay down, add a spacer. If for any reason you should find that your tile is not sticking, lift it up and back butter it. This simply means putting the thin set mortar directly on to the back of the tile. Once you've laid a few tiles, use a level to make sure that your floor is uniform and you don't have any high spots. If you do, just tap the tile gently with a rubber mallet. You'll also want to use a wet sponge to wipe off any excess mortar. You can then remove your spacers and use them throughout the rest of your installation. Working in small sections, just keep repeating this process. Apply the thin set to the floor, make grooves with your trowel, set the tile with your spacers in between, check the floor for level, and wipe off any excess. When you reach the edges of a room, you're going to need to cut your tile for proper fit. You can rent a wet saw for this. As you measure the tile for your cut, you'll need to leave a 1/4 inch expansion gap between the tile and the wall. If you're tiling around plumbing, use a tile drill bit for holes and nippers to cut the curves. You'll need to leave a 1/4 inch expansion space around pipes for expansion. You can fill this area later with a bead of silicone sealant. After all your tiles have been laid and your thin set has dried for 24 hours, it's time to grout. Grout is available in a variety of colors. Your Floor Trader sales associate can help you choose. Always mix according to the instructions or simply purchase ready-to-use grout. Apply the grout into the joints using a rubber float, moving it back and forth and diagonally. Be sure to remove any excess as you go along, but remember, don't grout the 1/4 inch expansion gaps. After the grout is set, at least 20 minutes, you can use a wet sponge and water to wipe off excess grout using circular motions. Should you have any remaining residue, it can be removed later with a grout haze remover. One final tip. About 3 weeks after you install your floor, you'll want to apply a grout sealer. This is going to keep your new tile floor looking beautiful for years to come.
Ooh, this does look beautiful.
Well, thank you, Amy.
Thank you, Robert. And now you have 2 ways to save, with a DIY installation and the savings you'll find at the Floor Trader outlet. With a little outletivity, create your space for less.